Equity in the shadows. At the corner of a quiet suburban street, a single-story home stands still. Not abandoned, not broken, just waiting. For nearly 40 years, it has watched everything change around it. From its hopeful beginnings in the mid-1980s to the slow, quiet pressure building beneath the surface today. This property tells a story most investors never see until it's too late. This is true story. This home may be in a neighborhood near YOU. Names and identifying details have been altered to protect privacy, but the pattern is real. And this could be your next investment. It began in May of 1986. A modest purchase. $71,000 for a 1,300 square foot home, built less than a decade prior. A starter home, a family anchor, a place meant to grow old in. And for years, it did exactly that. Then, in 1998, something changed. The title was restructured into a joint tenancy. A mortgage followed, a new chapter, a reset. On paper, everything looked normal. But time has a way of rewriting plans. Just over a year later, as the millennium approached, tragedy struck. One of the primary occupants passed away suddenly. And by early 2000, the full weight of the property shifted to a single owner. From that moment forward, the house stopped being a family home. It became one man's responsibility. Years passed, then decades, and something subtle began to happen, not visible from the street, but recorded quietly in public records. Small utility liens started appearing. $100 here, $200 there. Nothing alarming on their own, but together they told a different story. Not financial collapse, but administrative fatigue. Then came the complaints, junk and debris, overgrown landscaping, vehicles off-street, over 24 code enforcement cases, some resolved, most recurring, each one a signal, each one pointing to the same thing. Backhand index pointing right, the property wasn't failing overnight. Backhand index pointing right, it was slipping slowly. And now, today, the home sits in a quiet, high-stakes limbo. On one side, a market value approaching $400,000. Decades of built-up equity. Little to no traditional debt. On the other, 2.5 years of unpaid property taxes. Default status. Mounting pressure from the system. This is where most people finally notice. This is where investors start looking. But by then, the window is already closing. Because the real opportunity, it wasn't when the house became distressed. It was years earlier, when the signals first appeared. This is what we call equity in the shadows. Properties that look normal, but are quietly transitioning beneath the surface. No listings, no foreclosures, no obvious distress, just time, pressure, and a story waiting to turn. And somewhere nearby, there's another one just like it.